everyone! So today I'll be making pancakes, answering Q&A questions, and hoping my smoke alarm doesn't go off. So first I'm just gonna get some pancakes on this griddle and then we'll get started. Should have brought a bigger spoon. Okay, these are gonna be some strange looking pancakes. But you know the first pancakes you make always look weird? Like the first batch, you know? So yeah, that should, oh please don't fall pancake mix. Yeah, and okay, I'm gonna take a look at some of the Q&A questions. You're hearing stuff outside because I have the window open. You know, I'm gonna close it and hope for the best. Just too loud. Okay, so I'm gonna look at some Q&A questions. Okay, one I get a lot is, how old are you? I'm 17. I'm not sure why everyone thinks I'm so much younger. Not sure if it's my voice or the way I dress or my face, but yeah, I'm 17 and I'll be 18 in February. Where are you from? Chicago. Do you have siblings? Yes, I have 5. I have 2 older sisters, 1 older brother, 1 younger brother, and 1 younger sister. Might need to flip these soon. Ooh, it's so non-stick. This is like... Oh! This is a great day. Whoa! I've never felt so gratified. Did you see that? I've never really had a non-stick pan. My family always has just like those old ones. You don't even need to grease it and it's like this. What is this? Witchcraft? Sorcery? And wow. Okay, so... Okay, what's your favorite food for any meal? Are you a vegetarian? Okay, yes, I'm a vegetarian. I eat eggs, milk, and plants, but no meat or fish or anything that's an animal. Do your parents know about your MUKBANG channel and what do they think about it? Okay, my dad knows about it and he knows what MUKBANG is. And he actually thinks it's cool. I was kind of worried about it because I was worried he'd think it was like a fetish or something, but no, he's actually totally fine with it, which I'm quite happy about. Yeah, and my mother knows about it, but I don't think she understands what it is, really. I think she knows I do something with food and make videos, and she's always complaining because I don't let her see them. I don't know, I just feel like it would be really awkward. Yeah, oh, I'm gonna put some blueberries in these ones. It's my dog barking. Okay, let me look for more questions. How diverse is your music taste? I guess it's pretty diverse. I'm picky about certain things, but I'm not picky about genre so much. Like, I know some people are like, oh, I only listen to hard rock or this or that, but I'm quite picky in terms of the sound and the voice of the singer, or like the instruments in the background, but I'm not picky as in like I'm not ashamed if I like a pop song, and I don't try to like only like a certain genre. I've also my dad plays a lot of old music and stuff, like 70s, 80s, 90s stuff. So I'm familiar with some of that. When I was younger, I used to be like a huge fan of like Vocaloid and that kind of music. J-pop. Yeah, I really like that. I still do like it, and I don't know, but I don't listen to it so much anymore. I really like some like alternative female singers. See, I like Joanna Newsom, mostly like her first album. I like some alternative Japanese singers like Omori Seiko. She does sort of like, she's like an anti-idol. She does like a lot of sort of strange screaming and vocal tricks. I also like Daoko. She's like a Japanese rap singer. I really like Melanie Martinez's voice, but I don't really like her songs, if that makes any sense. I like Soap a lot, but the others, not my thing. What else? Let's see. My dad was playing this old band recently for me that I really liked. Trying to remember what it was called. Fountains of Wayne. Fountains of Wayne. I really like them. I have sort of a habit of liking one song by an artist and then not liking any of their others. Like, you know, Eminem has that song, The Real Slim Shady. I love that song, but I don't really like any of Eminem's other stuff. I do like Taylor Swift. She's not like my favorite, but like I'm not ashamed to listen to Taylor Swift. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's this. I know I'm going to be forgetting some people inevitably. There's this singer, she's 12 and she sings and writes songs, and she recently won America's Got Talent, and I'm actually like a big fan. I really like her music, and she's got a fun personality. So yeah, I like her. Yeah, I'm going to move on to the next question. I've spent quite a while on this one. Oh yeah, I forgot to answer what my favorite food for any meal is. It's really hard to say. I have a huge sweet tooth. It's just way too hard to say. I really like eating, and I like a lot of different foods. You look so young. Does it run in your family? Okay, I think it does. On my mother's side of the family, everyone's like pretty petite. Also, we don't tend to look like really mature at a young age. I don't know, I think my family's never been big on makeup, and like when I was little, my mother never wanted us to like dress older than we were. To the point where like by the time I was 10, I was like kind of embarrassed. I was like, why am I still wearing these embarrassing 6-year-old clothes? But I don't know, I think now people think the way I dress is quite young, but I don't know, I like it. I know I'm sort of just rambling in answers to all of these. What even was the question I was answering? Oh yeah, the ages of my siblings. Okay, oldest sister is 22, next sister is 20, older brother's 18, younger brother is 16, younger sister is 15. My youngest sister she's autistic though, and she's quite disabled, so so she doesn't speak. She says like a couple words. She's quite smart, but she doesn't talk really, and she'll often ignore you when you talk to her unless it's something she wants to hear about. Okay, this thing, I'm gonna see, is this, yeah, this should be safe to put on the floor. Not smart to put it on the floor, but safe. Okay, and I'm gonna eat these pancakes. Woohoo! Pancakes, they're steaming. They're always doing construction. I think it's a Chicago thing. The construction never ends. My mother always says there's 2 seasons, winter and construction. It's not, she didn't make that up, but. Okay, so now I can eat and it'll be a lot easier to answer questions because I'm not trying to cook at the same time. Well, we're already 13 minutes in. If any of you watch this, you're very noble and I appreciate it. What languages do you speak? Well, I speak English, obviously. I'm kind of almost fluent in Japanese. This December, I'm going to take level 2 of the Japanese language proficiency test. There's 5 levels, with 5 being the easiest and 1 being the hardest, so I'm getting there, but I wouldn't consider myself fluent quite. And I should be able to speak Spanish, but it didn't get passed down properly. What's your favorite book, food, flower, song, and color? Okay, so my favorite book is The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro. I like that book a lot, and it's about this butler. It's really hard to explain. It's a very subtle novel, but I like it a lot. This here is a mixture of chocolate sauce and peanut butter. I don't know, I have strange tastes, but I'm gonna put this on this pancake. Favorite flower, blue hydrangeas. Favorite song, I don't know, it changes all the time. Right now I like Bright Future in Sails by Fountains of Wayne. It's just a funny song. I like it. Well, this is horrendous. We were 16 minutes into a mukbang, and I only just started eating. That's sad. When I make pancakes, I never measure the ingredients. So it's a risk every time, but it worked out this time. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have 2 dogs. In 2 of my videos, I showed Pam, who's my very special friend. Love Pam. Yeah, and I have another dog, Joan. Pam is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and Joan is sort of a mixed breed. Toy poodle, some other stuff. What made you want to make mukbang videos? Okay, so the idea first occurred to me when I was watching Kinoshita Yuka. She's a Japanese YouTuber. And she eats insane amounts of food in her video. They're not exactly mukbang, they're really sped up, and I'd say it's a bit more about the massive amounts that she eats. But that sort of reminded me of mukbang because I'd heard of it a few years ago. And so I started looking at different mukbang channels. Eat with Chunky, Kimi, Mommy Tang, all those big ones. I found Kimi's channel really inspiring. I don't know, and I really enjoy watching mukbang. Like, I will sit down and watch an entire hour-long mukbang. Like, I really enjoy it. Also, I used to be anorexic. Well, that's a change in tone, but yeah. Just last year, I was about 30 pounds lighter than I am now, and I would only eat very specific food, so I think it's kind of empowering to just make a video of myself eating whatever I want. Do your cute little lambs that are in the background have names? Okay, those aren't lambs, they're actually alpacas, but I understand why you would think they're lambs. This one is Tove, Tove? I don't know how you pronounce it, after the author of the Moomin series. You know the Moomins? They look like hippos, but they're not. Their mouths are under the big noses. Yeah. And this one I actually haven't named. So if you have any ideas for names, put them in the comments below. Gonna put some butter. Favorite pastry? It's always really hard for me to answer those. I really like bean bread a lot. I like, coffee cake. This is brown sugar. I really like coffee cake and anything with cream cheese in it. I do like muffins. Yeah, I have a major sweet tooth, so pretty much anything, any pastry. There are very few I dislike. I'd say, apple things aren't my favorite, but it's not like I dislike them. Wow, this is going to be a long video. What was your favorite childhood food/meal? Okay, so when I was little, I really loved angel hair pasta with Alfredo sauce. Like just the kind that comes out of a jar. I didn't really like the homemade kind. I had like a pretty young palate. Even now, like... I also really loved I really loved like bagels with cream cheese or raisin toast with cream cheese, or like I really loved cream cheese. Like I could eat like an inch of it on a piece of toast. Wow, this is so unhealthy. Oh well. What race/ethnicity are you? I also get this one a lot. Okay, so on my mother's side, my mother's parents, her father was an Ashkenazi Jew from New York, and her mother was an Ashkenazi Jew from Cuba. My mother's mother, her father was an Ashkenazi Jew who came from Poland to Cuba, and her mother was like, she was Cuban. I think she was mostly Spanish. And yeah, she wasn't in the picture most of the time. She was kind of a wild card. Yeah, and on my father's side, my father is kind of just white American. I mean, I'm close with my father, but I've always identified more with my mother's family. What is your favorite hobby? Wow, I got a surprising amount of questions. I don't know why you guys... I don't know. What is your hobby? Making videos like these is a hobby, I guess. I like singing, listening to music. I like studying Japanese. I like watching MUKBANG. I like to be with friends when I can. Hang out with my family. I do like cooking some things, although I'm more of an eating person. I like to walk my dog. I really love spending time with my dog. She's my baby. I love her. I know, I miss her right now. Sometimes just in the day I'll think about her and I'm like, I miss my dog. Right after this I'm gonna like kiss her. Oh yeah, I forgot to answer what my favorite color is. It's hard to say, it just depends on my mood. But when I was little, I was very adamant that my favorite color was yellow. So when someone asks, I stick with yellow because I feel like it's an underrated color and I really do like it. Do you like to watch TV series or movies? I don't watch a lot of TV. It's not so much that I don't like it, it's just I don't like a lot of what's on TV. Okay, oh, this pancake's so cute. Oh, I just said pancake. My mother always says pancake instead of pancake. She got it from her mother because my grandmother has a really, really heavy Cuban accent. So if she said pancake, it would probably be like pancake or something like that. I'm not good at imitating it, but she has a really heavy accent. But she always just says what accent if you ask her about it. Oh yeah, TV shows and movies. I get so off track. I often watch Live with Kelly. It's like a talk show. I watch that with my mother. If my older sister is home from college, we watch the Gilmore Girls. If my dad is home, he likes to watch American Pickers, which is a show about guys who go around looking for antiques to sell at their pawn shop or antique shop or something like that. He also watches a lot of soccer. I don't really understand soccer that much, but I like my dad and I make a game where I try to guess, like, they have the abbreviations of the names of the team in the top left corner of the screen, and I try to guess what teams they are. And I like to watch when they make a goal, but only if it's like I call like a sweeping kick, where it looks pretty when they make the goal. If it's just like they kind of jammed it into the goal, I don't like that. I also think it's really funny, when a soccer player kind of nudges the other, and that soccer player is like, whoa, ow, my knee, oh, ow. But when a soccer player is like, ow, I actually hurt my back. When a soccer player is like that, I think it's really funny to watch that. Let's see. Blueberries. I also really love like early 2000s cartoons. Wow, I need to cut my bangs. Powerpuff Girls, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Hey Arnold, Kim Possible. Did I already say Kim Possible? For movies, I went to the movies a lot last winter, fall and spring with my mother. Well, not much spring, but I haven't been in a while. I'd like to go again. Of the movies we watched last year, I liked Ant-Man. Sounds overrated or stupid, but it's really good. I really enjoyed it. It was a funny movie. Actually, I have an Ant-Man t-shirt. I also really loved the movie Carol. Yeah, those were my two favorites from last year. I also saw Room, which was pretty good. Disturbing, but good. I really do just love going to the movies for the experience, though. As for older movies, I really like watching horror movies. I mean, The Shining is a real classic. I really love that movie. I know a lot of people complain about, I forget her first name, but Mrs. Torrance in the movie. They say, oh, she's always screaming, she's always hysterical, it's sexist, but I don't know about that. If you were trapped up in the mountains in the middle of winter, blizzards everywhere, with your young son and your husband was like losing it and trying to kill you with an axe, and there were ghosts everywhere, wouldn't you be a little bit worked up? And she was actually really resourceful. She hid the husband and she locked him in the pantry, and he wouldn't have gotten out if the ghosts hadn't let him out. Yeah, I really like that movie. I like that it's not all just special effects. I think it's really atmospheric and I really enjoy it. The Ring is a pretty good movie. I've only really seen the Japanese version, but I should get around to seeing the American version. When I was 13, I went for Halloween as the girl in the ring, because at the time I had super long black hair, so I just brushed it all in front of my face and wore like a white nightgown. The last question was, do I watch anime? And if so, what are my top 5? I actually haven't watched any anime for a long time. I really like some of the more psychological anime. Probably my all-time favorite is Serial Experiments Lane. And by the same creator, I really like Haibane Anime, which is about, I don't know, well, you have to look it up, but they're really interesting psychological anime with really beautiful animation. When I was in junior high, I was also like a huge fan of the anime Clannad. Now I do think some of it is a bit sappy and forced, but I don't know, I still have like a soft spot for it. Even though, like, yeah, there's some kind of, all the girl characters are, most of them are a bit sappy and all that, but I don't know, I thought it was sweet. For funny anime, oh yeah, there were these other 2 anime I really liked back in the day. I forget they were called. They were like something like F, A Tale of Music, or F, I'll have to look it up. But I really liked those. They got a little weird at times, but I liked them. For funny anime, I really recommend Azumanga Daioh. And I used to watch this anime called Minamike, with my elder sister, which was really good. About all these sisters living together in an apartment. And yeah, I haven't seen any anime in a really long time. I just tend, when I want to see it, I just get the old urge to rewatch old ones, because it's really hard to find good ones. Well, yeah, when I was really young, like 9, my older sister would watch anime with me. She would show me them, and we watched Mermaid Melody, which is it's childish, but it's really fun. There's these mermaids, and they do transformations, and they sing songs to get rid of villains. And the first anime I watched by myself was when I was 11, and I watched Rosen Maiden, and I was obsessed with it. I loved it, thought it was like the best thing since sliced bread. Just eating blueberries now. Yeah, Rosen Maiden's an anime about these dolls who fight. It's like, I don't know, I really liked it. I haven't seen it in a long time, but when I was 11, I thought it was the best thing ever. Do I have blueberries on my lips? Probably. Well, I really need to cut my bangs. I'm trying to grow out my hair, so you're probably gonna notice it gradually getting floppier. So yeah, well, I'm done eating for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, all that blah blah blah. Yeah, this is really long. Okay, bye.